Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to be joined by Mr. Devin Haney. Devin, you invited me down to your gym. You've had a busy day today. You've had the press conference. You were down at the Canelo weigh-in. You've done a little bit of training here yourself. You look ready now. Are you ready now?
I'm always ready. I've been training for a while now. I'm not going to lie, like I haven't been preparing for Jojo for a while now. For some reason, Eddie kept telling me, oh, it's going to be Jojo, it's going to be Jojo. Even when they were saying that Ryan and Jojo fight was 95% done, he just kept telling me that it was going to be Jojo, and it turned out to be Jojo. So it worked out in my favor. I've been sparring with Southpaws for months now, and I look like I can fight tomorrow. I feel like it too.
Talk to me about the press conference and the head-to-head today. I mean, Jojo's talking a good game. He seems ready and he seems up for this fight. He feels like you've not experienced what he's experienced. You've not experienced the adversity of having a cut in a fight. You've not been dragged into deep waters. Do you believe he's going to take you there?
He can say what he want to say. At the end of the day, I keep telling him skills pay the bills. Just because I haven't been cut in a fight, what does that mean? You've been cut. I mean, that mean you've been headbutted. That mean you didn't been punched. What does that mean? What, you gonna go in there headbutt me? Or let me see. I'm gonna headbutt him and see how he can take it. I mean, that doesn't matter. And I will show I am a fighter. I didn't start boxing yesterday. I've been in this. I have took punches. This is not just something that I just started doing. So on December 4th, I will show him that how great of a fighter that I really am.
What does beating Jojo Diaz do for your career? I mean, you've called out Teofimo, you've called out the Ryan Garcias, Tank Davises. You said you want these fights, but what does a win over Jojo Diaz do for your career? I
mean, it does everything for my career as where I'm at right now. This is a young, hungry fighter that says that he's in his prime. So this is a fight that the fans will give me the fans and the reporters will give me my just due for, and I can't wait.
What kind of statement do you have to make then? I mean, the Linares fight was your coming out party, so to speak, your toughest test to date. Former world champion, 3th division world champion, I believe. He hurt you. You were hurt in that fight. I think it was the end of the 9th round, but you've shown that you can recover well and you can take a shot. So, box ticked. So, what kind of statement do you have to do against Jojo Diaz to let the other lightweights know that Devin Haney is here and he's here to stay?
I mean, I feel like they know that I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. But I'm going to keep winning, keep beating who they put in front of me. And, I don't need for the lightweights to feel like I'm ready. Who are they to tell me if I'm ready, or who are they to judge? If this is for the fans to know and the fans to say, okay, well, we want to see this fight. And they've been saying it, but these guys are trying to ignore it as much as possible.
Let's talk about the Bada testing and stuff like that. Can you just elaborate on what's going on there?
It's funny. It's a funny situation because every day, Golden Boy, Robert Diaz, and Jojo, they say they're going to turn in their Bada forms, and it seems like they're ducking Bada. I don't know what it is, but it may put this fight in jeopardy because that's very important to me. I'm a clean fighter, so I want to be on an even playing field, and he should want the same. I want to do my testing, but I also want him to do his testing. I already signed up. I'm already ready. They got my address. They're ready to come test. So. Submit your form so we can make this happen. If not, I'm telling you, if the fight doesn't happen, it's because they don't want to put their Bada forms in.
Hopefully you can get that signed, because it's a fight that boxing fans want to see. It's a fight that, like you said, you probably needed your career at this stage of your career. But I do want to talk about another fighter, Teofimo Lopez. Now, you're probably sick and tired of speaking about Teo, and Teo's probably sick and tired of talking about you, but I wanted to get your thoughts on something he said to me. He said that the Haneys are capping. He thinks that you don't really want to fight Teo. Just what's your thoughts on that? Can you comment on that?
I mean, he's talking. He's working with my promoter. So I mean, if we're capping, then they come pull our whole card. Come, send us an offer and let's try to make the fight happen. He's talking about this petition shit, whatever the case may be. He's gonna say what he's gonna say. He's gonna keep talking and talking and talking. He got a fight coming up. I got a fight coming up. Tired of talking about him. I know, like you said, I hope that he's tired of talking about me. He got a big fight coming up. I got a big fight coming up. My fight's bigger than his fight, so we're not gonna say he got a big fight coming up. He got a fight coming up, but it's at the end of the day, he get the job done, I get the job done, and we'll see after that.
Eddie said as well that if Bob doesn't pay for this fight after he wins and after you win, then he's going to pay for the fight.
Everything lines up at this point. Everything is lining up. Everything is making sense. Eddie's wants to do his part. I want to do my part. He says, Teofimo says he want to do his part. It should be easy to make.
Devin, are you pissed off? I mean, because I can remember talking to you at Abdullayev fight, and I remember you talking about the Garcias and stuff like that. That was 2 years ago. And these fights haven't came to fruition yet. So, are you frustrated? Are you a pissed off fighter?
No, because I'm happy that I'm fighting Jojo Diaz. This is my biggest fight. This is a huge fight. The fans they want to see this fight, and I'm not pissed off. At the end of the day, excuse me, it's time for me to have a big fight, and I look forward to it.
You've called out Gervonta Davis, and I just want to get your thoughts on that whole Rolly situation and stuff like that. I mean, it's unfortunate, obviously, but I mean, you've obviously got your own thoughts on it. But can you just explain in your own mind what you think went down?
At the end of the day, I'm not going to say that I called out Gervonta Davis. My promoter said that I was willing to step in to fight, and which is true. It's not nothing that's false. But at the end of the day, we made a fight with Jojo Diaz. He took a fight with Isaac Cruz, and the show moves on. I'm not going to be like talking about, oh, well, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. At the end of the day, this is a huge fight for Jojo Diaz, and we're not going to downplay it. We're not going to say, oh, well, I wanted this fight or that fight. At the end of the day, I got a big fight, and I look forward to it.
The most organic fight after you and Teo win, the organic fight, the fight that needs to happen in the lightweight division is you and Teo next year. I mean, we've seen Canelo. Look what Canelo's done over the last 11 months. He went after them titles and he managed to get them all. He's even went from DAZN and now he's fighting on Showtime on PBC. Yeah. So the most organic fight is you and Teo next. But what do you have to do on your part to make that fight happen?
Yeah, well, to me and Teofimo's defense is Canelo is a totally different type of thing. Canelo's getting 40 million. Caleb Plant's getting 10 million. They getting a lot of money.
You're almost there, right?
Yeah, right. One day I will be there, but. So it's a little different. He can get those guys easier in the ring because they're getting crazy paydays. So it's a little bit different.
What do you think of the Caleb Plant? I know you know Caleb quite well, and you're probably maybe a little bit biased on this answer. But what's your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, I think that it's a great fight. Obviously, Canelo is number one pound for pound. He's the best fighter in the world. Caleb Plant is a good friend of mine. I've seen him put the work in. I've seen I've seen the stuff that he's looking to apply in the ring. Obviously, it's different in there. It's different when you get in there with Canelo. But I'm rocking all the way with Caleb, and I hope that he can get the job done.
I spoke to your dad earlier. He said that he likes the Jose Cepeda fight for you up at 140. Is 135 easy for you, or do you think you'll be making that transition to 140 sooner than later?
No, 135 is not easy for me to make. I've been saying it for so long now, but if I can stay, if I'll stay here if I can get the big fights like the TLs, like the Tanks, like the Ryan Garcia. Well, Jojo Diaz is one of them. Then I'll stay, but if not, then I'll go up to 140. If I didn't get like a big fight at 135 like Jojo Diaz, I was gonna go up to 140 and campaign there.
You're going to put Ben Davis in a hard spot. I mean, Josh Taylor's at 140. If you go up to 140, I mean, Ben Davis is going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Josh Taylor is doing his thing, and who knows how long he'll even be at 140. But, we'll see. Yeah, I do think that he's going to go up to 147. He's a big guy. I seen him today. He's actually huge for 140, and I think he's eyeing a fight with like a Crawford or a massive fight. It's not really much for him to do at 140 right now.
Well, finally then, Anthony Joshua was over in the States. He was looking at different trainers. I don't know if you saw, he was on Ronnie Shields, he was up at Virgil Hunter, he was Eddie Reynoso when he went to Robert Garcia. I spoke to your dad. If Anthony Joshua rocked up at this gym and asked you to do some work with him, you and your dad, man, would you welcome him with open arms?
My dad would take it in a heartbeat. He better. I'm going to tell him that he better take it. Nah, but I've been knowing AJ for so long. Like, I've been knowing AJ since like his 6th amateur fight, 10th amateur fight. So he came to Vegas for like a pro-am show. So I've been knowing AJ for a while. So I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he finds a perfect fit for him. And I want to see him continue to do great things in the heavyweight division. I want him to get the belts back. And, I wish him the best of luck.
Finally then, I know it's getting late and you probably just want to get home and rest, and quite deservedly so. You've had a busy day today, so final word on the Jojo Diaz fans. What can the fans expect?
Tune in December 4th. It's going to be a great fight for me. This is the biggest fight of my career on paper, and I look to showcase all my skills, showcase my talent, and show you guys something different from me.
Devin, thank you so much for doing this, IFL TV, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, champ.